to be junky like that, so just take your time. So I would pull him right there a little bit. Say, no, get your shoulders over here. Yeah, pull him right again, or volte right if he won't listen to you. Yeah, be sure you have the right rein before you put too much leg in.
Okay.
I don't mind a leg, but coordinate it with your hand.
Okay.
Okay? So that he doesn't make you choose one or the other. Good. Yeah, that's quite nice there. And that's plenty of position. Another little trick on a horse like this that has a depart. Yes, good job. On a horse that has a depart like this, slow the trot down before you ask him until it's like a little jog.
Okay.
You don't need a big booming trot. He can go. Yeah. Good. Good riding. Right rein a little bit. Just quick. It feels like close open. There, close open. Close open. There. That would be the spot. I mean, now's not the time, but yeah. Good correction.
So when he acts like this, just keep pushing forward like I am.
Yep. You could reverse one circle if you want. Just go once around to the right and come back to the left circle. That's fine. It can be a big 20 meters. It doesn't need to be more restrictive. This is just a simple temper tantrum. I've changed things. He's not excited about it. Well, too bad. Good. Good. When you, yeah. Good. Now it'll be a little left. So step over here. Because you're allowed to steer. Oh, way better. Okay. Now right away, give the left a little bit, but get a hold of the right. Yeah. Okay. Good. Give the left a little when you take the right, and then pick the left up again. There. You can time it too with. Good. In a minute, I'm going to have you trot it, but not when he's being a jerk. All right, now trot it before he wings it. That's a little bit fair, teeny bit fair.
Okay.
Okay, it's when he gets so sideways, it's really uncomfortable to canter.
Okay.
So, if you feel that developing, and again, you know your horse, bring him back trot faster.
Okay.
All right, all right, so we're going to go make that figure 8 again. So all of this, you're going to say, sorry, I want to trot. So hang a right, nice big circle, slow down. And you can go back and forth a couple of times. The circle's going to be big, and you're going to say, look, get over yourself. Try and keep your correction steady. Good. I don't expect him to relax, but I expect him to get a little more accepting.
Okay.
All right? And that's when you're going to sneak in your depart. Right rein a little bit. Don't let him leg yield over to the wall. There. In other words, think of it as turn straight, turn straight, turn straight, turn straight, turn straight, turn straight. Yes! Turn straight, turn straight. And you're going to try and keep your legs at the same strength so he doesn't take advantage and fly around. Yeah, so both legs are there to catch him. Good. Well done. Good correction. Straight right rein now. Pull him to the right. There. So he has to always think, whoa, I might be turning. And even here you could turn him toward the board. There, okay. Now each time you make the correction, try and do it a little lighter. I don't know that it'll work, but offer him the option.
Okay.
Now I know he's hard when he's like that, but you're going to offer him a chance. And look, all you need to do is keep your silly head in front of you. Yes. 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 Good job. Keep your head. Yeah, right rein a little bit. Just fingertips now. Just your right fingers. It's okay. So then do the same thing, but do it even lighter. That's not a bad answer, frankly. It's a little different from when he's flinging right rein again a little. There. Got it. Then afterwards, you might put a little left leg. After you get his control and get his withers back on the line, but not when he's rebounding with his haunches. Okay? So once you feel like you can control the forehand, then you may decide, okay, I'd like to use my left leg here a little bit. Yeah, good. Good for you. Yeah, well done. Yeah, it's okay.
Temper tantrum.
If he has a little snit like that, halt for 2 seconds and then trot again. And you're just going to halt for 2 seconds. All right, now go, right there. Halt again, quiet, right rein. Halt, keep your hand right down, and then stand there. Be careful that you don't get too strong with your leg. I like that you use your leg a little bit, but he already wants to run through you.
Okay.
So when you're bringing him around, be careful that you're not chasing him around. You know what I mean? Yeah. Halt, right there. Whoa. Yeah, drop him for a minute. Now walk forward. So what I'm thinking about is like a little kid pitching a fit. Rather than you riding stronger, you're going to say, stop that, and then go right away back to work.
Okay.
So it's a way to, you just have to have a lot of tools. And then you're going to go right back to trot. We're not going to let him take a break, but if he pitches a fit, fall. Don't buy into it. If he's adjustable, keep going. That's a hard call sometimes. Yeah. Well done. If he gets more aggressive, you're going to stop. Whatever you're doing, you're just going to stop. Halt. That's too aggressive for me. You were good. He was not.
Okay.
Trot off. Yeah. In other words, if he does the opposite of what you want, halt. Good. Now, it seems like he's listening a little better again. Not relaxed, but at least I don't feel like he's going, oh yeah? Yeah. Good. Halt. Whoa. All right, trot forward. So we're going to interrupt that bad behavior. Little right rein there, a little bit there. Just sponge it. Oh, better. Sponge it. Good. Yeah, that leg I was fine. That was a good idea because he had someplace to go.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing is when you use your leg, you have to let him go somewhere. Otherwise, it's like, having the accelerator and brake on at the same time, particularly with a volatile horse. Good. Oh, way better. So to me now, it looks like we could maybe attempt a canter again.
Okay.
All right? If you don't feel that way, don't do it on my account.
Yeah.
Okay? But it's the same thing. If he starts flinging his head around, you're going to stop him dead in his tracks, and he's just going to stand there. Nothing bad happens. Good. Good riding. You're doing a good job with this. Halt right there. Whoa. Yep. Then trot off. Hopefully by the time you're at the wall, canter. Make him go forward from that leg. Yeah, that's an important thing. Right. Take it anyway. I don't care. Yeah. Good. The important thing when you kick him is he has to be allowed to go forward. And you can only allow it a step or two if you like, but you can't hold him and kick him. As annoying as he can be, take it anyway. Make him go that way. I have the feeling with this horse, yeah, halt, is that, if it becomes more work for him to be disobedient, yeah. Reverse, just bring him the other way for a minute. Yeah. And again, if he starts flinging his head, you're going to stop him dead in his tracks. Don't try and keep him going. Because then he's in control.
Okay.
And he knows that. Oh, better. Yeah, good. And then drop him for a minute. He stands though. Dropping doesn't mean he gets to walk forward. It means he stands there. I think he's in for a lot of problems. Which is a good thing. I don't mean that. But he can stand there and wait for you. Yep. I got patience. I don't care. Okay, now walk forward. So, I like what this is doing for it. And it gives you a chance, number one, you're safe. But it gives you a chance to reclaim control.
Okay.
And there's no reward involved in this. He simply stops and stands and waits. And then you go right back to whatever it was you were working on.
Okay.
Because I don't want him to think every time he's naughty he gets to take a break. Because we're not letting him then walk out, oh, good boy, that's okay.
Right.
We're just saying, no, whoa, stand here. And then right back.
And get back to it.
Yep, because that can be a problem. But I like, it seems to me, it gives you a chance to be, back in charge. And as he gets, even when you first get on him, I might do that before he's all revved up. Just literally just walk, halt. Then you could pet him, walk, halt, pet him, so he starts to go, oh, not such a big deal.
Okay.
So it's always hard, in these situations, so I'm trying to learn him as quickly as I can.
Yeah.
But I think I would do that in the beginning with him.
Okay.
Just so it's part of his regime. If he won't walk and halt quietly, he doesn't get to, when you first hit the saddle, he doesn't get to go on.
Okay.
But even this is better, and it's not because he's getting tired, because I don't think he is getting tired.
No,
He's got kind of limitless strength.
Yeah.
Which in the long run, you're going to love it. But I like this better, because now at least when you take him back, he's not just saying, no, 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 no. So a couple more times, let's work it for a sec more like this. It's just halt if he stands, and he has to stand until you actually tell him to walk, not just because you let go. Good. Perfect. And then over time, you're going to think, okay, you don't want to save it for emergencies. Use that when he's good, too. Stand still. Yeah. Good.
He always pushes it.
He's like a little kid. He's got to have the last word.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. You can think a little bit of this, too, like with your half halt. Part of the idea here is to teach him, literally, that the front end can slow down a little while the back end catches up.
Okay.
So it's not always chasing his hind leg to get it. So we're growing a half halt. You're not just making him obedient. The half halt should have the effect to balance him. And when he feels the most out of rhythm, is the front end is racing off and the back end's in a hurry to catch up. So that's what we're working on, even though it's very benign.
Okay.
So it's stop and go. I know it can seem pretty stupid, but it helps him to regain a little bit of calmness to where you can communicate with him. Yeah. Good. You were better that time. You started to loosen up and go with it. Don't. Your rhythm. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. Your rhythm. You get all the control on this, not him. Good. He listened that time, didn't he?
Yes.
I don't mind if you can bring him back in 2 or 3 steps. That's fine. I don't expect him, because he is reactive, I don't expect him to make a half halt like a Grand Prix horse. But you can think, for example, in the timing of it, back, that gives him a moment to figure it out. The times that I'd halt him when he's naughty is when you make the half halt and he pulls harder and goes faster.
And when he does?
Yeah, and when he's not, when he's
Okay.
pitching a fit. But what I'm really hoping is we can catch it faster.
Okay.
That he doesn't get so angry that he's flinging himself around. So I want you to trust your instinct. If you know you gave him a good aid and he blew you off and kept going, don't try and catch up with him.
Okay.
All right, and in watching how much faster he's settling, because it can be a crapshoot too with a horse like this, where this makes it worse. Sometimes they get too irritated with being slow all the time. He seems to me to be settling.
And he will. He will settle.
Yeah, so if he'll do it this way, save your energy.
Okay.
And it'll give you a means to predict it.
I hear that.
Did you hear that go, letting out the air? I'd like to try to get him back to trot again and see how we're doing with it. And my thinking this idea for your downward transitions, trot to walk, the same way we fiddle around with slowing the walkway down, slow your trot down a little bit and land it. I'm not worried about the obedience now. I'm worried more about technique.
Okay.
Okay? So if you can kind of think of it as slow, slower, whoa. I like that rhythm. It certainly is not his biggest trot. Halt right there, because he did exactly the opposite from what you asked.
Okay.
Then you're going to say, sorry.
Running through my...
Yeah, I ran through one rein, you changed the rhythm. Good, now you can go forward again. Halt. Your aid was good. And now you can go again. The look on his face is great. He's like, wait a not how we play. Yeah. Now, if he walks by accident, pet him.
Okay.
Good save. That was great. Yep. Wait him out. Good. Wait him out. You can go walking forward a little bit and then halt a step. Yes. All right, halt again, right there. Good job. Halt again. I got patience, I don't worry. Yeah, good, okay, now he can go forward. But each time you can get through one of these sniffs, it puts you that much more in control of it.
You got time, bud.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just hard to find the quietest way to get through this, but to be efficient. Because you're not making the mistakes here. Yeah. You might even decide when you get through something like that to give him a quick little pat on the neck.
Okay.
After it. Way better. Now, think like you might walk. Oh, what do you know? But he's starting to think the right way. So you don't always have to finish it if he waits. So basically, that's like a slow motion half-halt.
Okay.
Okay? That's all that we're doing is saying, you wait, and then for that, that was a great response. If he walks by accident, let him walk a step or two and then continue in your shot. But yeah. Way better. Yeah, I can live with that. Because habits die hard. But he answered you. He got it. He's like, yeah. Good. And then, even if he's a little bit unsteady, you can keep catching him that way, keep going.
Okay.
But you don't want to let it get further away from you than that, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because he knows he's stronger, and then he's just doing whatever he wants, and there's no training value. So he figures if I just get sneaky enough about this, I can do whatever I want.
Right.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And then build on it, you don't have to spend a month doing it. I think, a good 3 weeks worth of this, every time he does that, just stop it.
Okay.
I think at least you'll have enough of a break that you'll be able to get right into the meat of it.
Well, and I think sometimes what happens is when he starts tossing his head like that, it frustrates me,
Well, of
and I
course.
keep feeding off of it,
Of
and
course.
then we just keep.
And you're just gonna nip it in the
Yeah.
bud and say, no, not
So,
going there.
yeah.
And, the nice thing, because he is a growing horse and he's got gaits, you don't have to make his gaits feel right, you have to make him be obedient.
Well, and that's what my
That's it.
corrective marker, collective mark said, correct gait, but
Yeah.
very
Naughty.
naughty.
But it's